The Dude Perfect crew has 60 million subscribers, and they're bringing their dreams to reality by building a $100 million theme park. But hold on. How did they even get here? 15 years ago, they were in their backyard filming trick shot videos. How did Dude Perfect go from 0 to 60 million subscribers? Today, we're gonna break down the success of their channel. So I discovered 4 major keys that Dude Perfect used to grow their channel. And the great thing about it is you can actually take these lessons and apply them to your own YouTube channel, your own business, your own Facebook page, TikTok account, whatever it is. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're definitely gonna take some notes. First lesson, we gotta go back to the basics. Back to the beginning where Dude Perfect started. Because if we're gonna figure out how they went from nothing to the millions, we gotta start with their first couple videos. They're honestly very simple, with their first video being backyard trick shots. And then you have golf trick shots, ramp trick shots, basketball trick shots, world's longest basketball shot, playground trick shots, epic trick shots, football trick shots, trampoline trick shots, bow and arrow trick shots, slingshot trick shots. You get the point. YouTube was launched back in 2005, and only about a year later in 2006, Google acquired them for $1.6 billion. And around 2007 is when YouTube became a mainstream platform, big enough for a lot of the world to recognize it. Dude Perfect started their channel on April 9th of 2009. Now, I wasn't on YouTube in 2009. I started YouTube in 2012, but I can almost guarantee you in 2009, there was not a lot of people making sports content or trick shot videos on YouTube. Before I started YouTube in 2012, I was online watching YouTube videos in 2009 and 2010, and I remember the entire platform just being full of the most random videos you could think of. There was no rhyme or rhythm. So Dude Perfect might have been one of the first people to go to market with trick shots. Not all the time when you're first at something, you go off and be viral at it. But we'll talk about that at the end of this video because that is very, very important on not just being first, but following through it for years and years and years. But if you think about it, there's a lot of other companies that were first to something and they became huge. Think about Uber, for example. They were one of the first people to let random people become taxi drivers. Think about Airbnb. They were one of the first people to let random strangers stay in other strangers' homes instead of hotels. Sounds like a crazy idea, but it obviously worked. Or think about Netflix. They took movies and instead of selling them in person, they put them online. A lot of these companies were the first to the idea, but they followed through with it for years and years and years. Dude Perfect was, I believe, one of the first YouTubers to start trick shots, but they followed through with it. If we fast forward a little bit longer, let's go to about 10 years ago. Now they're 5 years into YouTube. I believe it took them around 5 years to get to 1 million subscribers, and they're doing bowling trick shots, World Cup trick shots, stadium trick shots, baseball trick shots, hockey trick shots, pool trick shots, ping pong trick shots, which actually ping pong trick shots is one of their most viral videos. But the point is they just continued to do trick shots over trick shots over trick shots, making the videos better and better and better and better over the years. There is some other YouTubers that follow the first strategy. For example, Mr. Beast was one of the first creators to actually take hundreds of thousands of dollars and put them into YouTube videos. He was the first person to ever do that, and look at his channel today. He's the biggest creator on the platform. Now, there's a second thing that I figured out about Dude Perfect's channel that they executed beautifully to give them hundreds of millions of views, and that is leverage. Leverage is simply using other celebrities or creators' names in your videos to acquire their audience. Let me explain. Look at this video right here. USA basketball trick shots featuring LeBron James, Kobe. Like, I guarantee you that no one actually clicked on this video for Dude Perfect. They clicked on it for LeBron and Kobe. Another one, Russell Wilson. We got Odell Beckham Jr. You get the point. Dude Perfect has done a lot of videos with huge athletes, huge celebrities, and they're using that as leverage to grow their channel. We got Luke Bryan, Chris Paul, Aaron Rodgers, and check that out, we even got Serena Williams. Impressive, Dude Perfect. Dude, perfect. It doesn't have to be celebrities or famous people that you have to use as leverage. It could be locations, places, or events. So check this out. We got Super Bowl party stereotypes. That is an event. Dallas Stars edition. I'm assuming that is a team. Gillette Stadium trick shots. Gillette Stadium is a very famous place. It's an event venue. World Cup edition. They were taking advantage of an event here. NFL draft training. Again, taking advantage of an event. But we also have more up here. We have a Winter Olympics. I'm assuming they uploaded that video around the Winter Olympics, so it probably garnered a lot of hype because there was a big trend. We also have Fantasy Factory edition, and the list just goes on. When I was growing my YouTube channel from 0 to 1 million subscribers, one of the biggest problems I had was creativity. Being a content creator is all about being creative, but sometimes it's hard and ideas are messy, unorganized, all over the place. So that's why I developed Blueprint. Think of your Blueprint as your brain as a content creator. This is a place where you can store and organize all of your video ideas, your content calendar, your release dates, your filming dates, your video scripts, your thumbnails, all connected in one place. Me and my team built this as a tool that we could use for our YouTube channels, but now it's time to share it with the world. And the best part about it is that it's 100% free. You can make an account today, right now, using this link right here, or check the link in the top of the description. I promise you'll love it. My point is that using leverage is an absolute genius way to grow a YouTube channel, and it's something huge we talk about in Blueprint University. So of course, if you're interested, check out the link in the top of the description. And there's tons of other creators that use leverage to grow their channels. I've used it myself. ZHC is a master at it. That's pretty much his entire channel, is just taking creators and surprising with things and customizing them with things, and he's able to get hundreds of millions of views by just using leverage. Now let's go over to our third tip, which is doing the impossible. A lot of times I like to tell people, if your content is not worth sharing with a friend, then it's probably not going to get views. Now, of course, it takes time to make videos that are worth sharing. It personally took me almost 5 years to get to a point where my videos were actually good enough where people wanted to share them with their friends. But you have to get your videos to a point where people want to share them, and we call this word of mouth. It's simply the best form of advertising. I mean, think about it. What's more powerful? You seeing a random billboard, or your friend coming up to you and saying, "Hey bro, have you seen this? Check this out. This is so sick." Which one's more powerful? Definitely your friend, and that is word of mouth. And Dude Perfect has done some insane word of mouth. But why? Why does everyone talk about them? Simply because they seem to be doing the impossible, the unbelievable, or as you might say, the unspeakable. Sorry, I had to do it. Dude Perfect is excellent at doing the impossible. They are pulling off some of the craziest trick shots in history. They are beating world records. They have tons of world records under their belt. Their videos are being shared across so many different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and so many other places, and so many people can't believe it's true. When you pull off something so crazy that people can't believe it, people have to tune in to see it. This kind of reminds me when we filled our house with packing peanuts. One of the reasons I think that video got so many views is simply because we pulled off something insane. It was something crazy, and people have to click on the video. They have to believe it to see it. They have to see how we did this. Let's go to the fourth reason, which is momentum. This might be one of the most powerful lessons you can learn today. I truly believe that Dude Perfect would not stand where they are today if they would have pivoted to something else. Over the last 15 years, they have stuck consistent to the same format of sports content and trick shots. There's a lot of creators in the world of sports, but Dude Perfect has stayed on top simply because they have not gotten distracted. They could have branched out to a bunch of different channels. They could have started a travel channel, a food show. They could have started a documentary, a movie, all types of things, but they didn't. 15 years ago, they were doing trick shots, and if you go to some of their latest videos, of course, their content has changed a little bit, but they're still doing trick shots. They've been doing trick shot videos for 15 years. Think about that. 15 years. And a lot of creators don't talk about this, but this is how you build momentum. When you do something for 15 years straight, and every single year, it gets better and better and better and better. You build all of this momentum behind you, all of it compounding. The ball starts rolling faster and faster and faster as you keep going down the path. But you stay consistent to one type of video, one category of content, one niche of content, and one specific audience that enjoys your content. Momentum is everything on YouTube and social media. I've even experienced this myself. It took me 5 years to get to 1 million subscribers, but it took me only 6 months to go from 1 million to 2 million subscribers. And all of that is because of momentum. For the previous 5 years, I was building all of this momentum, getting everything started, making my videos better and better and better, and then sometimes all the momentum just hits at once and just starts steamrolling down the mountain. And I think that's one of the powerful, powerful things about the Dude Perfect channel. But the thing is they didn't disrupt the momentum. They kept it going for 15 years straight. Imagine if 8 years in, they pivoted and they went a different direction. They stopped doing trick shots. They started doing travel videos or something different. I truly think Dude Perfect would be in a totally different place. The fact that Dude Perfect were able to stay consistent for 15 years with the same category, the same niche, and the same audience that watches their videos is one of the reasons I think Dude Perfect is where they are today. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and you learned something, please subscribe to the channel. I'm truly begging you. I'm here to give you free information, free advice about YouTube content, posting videos every single week. Let me know in the comment section below what creator we should do a deep dive on next week. I'm open to doing anyone, so let me know.